Worst thing that we ever did was come to Cumberland Hospital.
A 2-year investigation by Virginia State Police. Now, a 13-year-old girl says she was sexually assaulted at the same hospital. Disturbing drawings ripped out of her journal.
There was no reason for her to be drawing those pictures, and it appeared to be like the doctor.
Part 2 of a problem solver investigation.
If you were in a room with him and you could tell him exactly how he made you feel.
I said, hey, why do you leave little children alone? They did nothing to you. And we weren't even old enough to want it. Even if we wanted it, we're not old enough for that.
Chilling words from a teenager who used to be a patient at the Cumberland Hospital for Children and Adolescents in New Kent County for months. CBS 6 has been looking into claims of abuse and neglect at that facility. And last night, we were the first to report the hospital is at the center of an ongoing Virginia State Police investigation.
Now, one staff member is charged with sex crimes, and police are investigating a separate claim of abuse against the hospital's medical director. Laura French is here with the latest on this Problem Solvers investigation.
We learned this on the same day that the Attorney General's office announced that a Cumberland psychotherapist named Mickey Hardin had been indicted, charged with 2 counts of object sexual penetration by force. Investigators say the victim in that case, a former female patient at the hospital. But tonight, we're hearing from another former patient who says that she too was abused by Cumberland's top doctor.
Is it on there? Well, we've got a little bit left.
13-year-old Astrid does the first
My lungs talking pretty low.
of her 4 daily breathing treatments for her cystic fibrosis, the illness that brought the Florida teen all the way to New Kent County's Cumberland Hospital last March.
Supposedly there was nowhere that was willing to accept Astrid and to give us, to help our family. So I was excited.
Excited they were given the opportunity for the integrated care facility to help treat her daughter's condition. But that excitement would be short-lived.
The first red flag was the first visit when I found some photos of her and then she was sleeping on the floor. Yes, she's very, very protective over them.
Mom Melissa shows us the drawings she discovered ripped out of her daughter's journal, multiple self-images Astrid drew while she was a patient at Cumberland.
That looks like that child is being forced, and he's happy about it.
Pictures that appear to show a child in need of help.
She had a complete meltdown. It's almost as though I found them and she knew that now that they knew I had them and that she was going to get in trouble for them.
My mommy showed me.
She just wants to understand it. We know that's a story. Just kind of want to understand the story a little bit better.
No,
But honey,
I'm
listen.
not nothing.
Listen to me, honey. Listen. The camera's on.
Astrid did not want us looking at her drawings either.
Do you want us to not talk about these? Or not look at them?
No.
Not at all?
I'm keeping them though.
Okay. When your mom found those, what were you afraid of?
I didn't want her to show the doctor or anything. I was serious when I showed the doctor.
That doctor, Astrid said, was Daniel David Dow, Cumberland's medical director, and someone Astrid would eventually refuse to let examine her because of how she explains her first exams went.
He was trying to reach for my heart when I said he touched that. But I didn't believe he tried to reach for that. I believe he was trying to reach for that. And a couple of days later, he came back, put the heart thing on my boob, and then he rubbed my back. He rubbed my back while he did.
CBS 6 was provided confidential medical records that document the exams in question. In Astrid's progress note dated August 27, 2019, a physician writes, quote, I do need to be aware of her allegations in the past with physicians of inappropriate touching, end quote. It goes on to say, quote, she is throwing sexual acts in a notebook, end quote. And quote, she remains on sexual victimization precautions as she does not know that this puts her at risk of victimization, end quote. And September 11, 2019, Astrid's therapist notes, quote, she has begun talking about sexual abuse, stating that a doctor had, quote, molested her by touching her back and abdomen during an examination.
When I actually went to the case manager over this thing with Dr. David Al, her comment to me was that basically it was pointless, that there has been multiple allegations against him, and every one of them have came back not founded. So basically she was telling me, go ahead, do what you're gonna do, but it's just gonna end in the same.
According to the Virginia Board of Medicine's website, the doctor of 40 years has a clean record.
So you then took it a step further and got in touch with the police?
Yes.
Melissa reported her daughter's allegations to the Virginia State Police. The agency CBS 6 would learn under the Freedom of Information Act has been investigating criminal child abuse and neglect of patients at the hospital since October 2017. VSP notes 250 pages of documents and information tied to the open case. An investigator would visit Astrid at Cumberland August 13, 2019.
What was it like when the police officer came to visit you?
She walked in and said, hey, I'm here because someone said they were worried about you.
Astrid said she was unaware that the woman was an investigator.
I don't want to talk about that with them. And that's the topic that I don't want to talk about. I don't know if there was everything else, but not that.
In an email to Astrid's mom the following day, the VSP agent reported, quote, the visit went fine. She was doing a breathing treatment when we got there. She had several puzzles in her room that she had been working on. She did not say anything about any abuse or anything bothering her. She appeared happy and excited about going to lunch and school.
What makes it hard to talk about?
I don't really know. I just don't want to pour my business out to people that just come and visit me.
3 months after that visit, Astrid would be discharged from Cumberland, ending an 8-month stay and a trying time for this family, they say.
What's something that you won't miss about Cumberland?
Dr. David Al, all the way.
If you could ever tell him how he made you feel, what would you tell him?
I said, hey, why you leave little children alone because they're nothing to you? I'm like, why would you do this type of stuff to you young for that? And we weren't even old enough to want it. Even if we wanted it, we're not old enough for that.
Tell me what your biggest fear is for the kids there.
To be touched in places that shouldn't be touched.
I honestly believe that it's going to be that little girl in there that's going to save all these little kids.
Astrid's mom says she is in counseling and has been interviewed by social services in Florida about these allegations. Dr. Davido did respond to my request for comment in 2 emails, but ultimately said that corporate would not allow him to make a statement about, quote, the case that is currently being investigated by the police. However, the CEO of the hospital responded in part, quote, Cumberland Hospital has been and continues to be in good standing with our licensing and regulatory authorities. We are surveyed regularly and, like many healthcare facilities, promptly address any deficiencies that may be cited. Further, any complaint or allegation is taken seriously, investigated thoroughly, and addressed as appropriate. We can also confirm that there are now 3 investigations taking place. In addition to the state police probe that we have been telling you about, both the Virginia Health Department and the Department of Behavioral Health and Developmental Services are investigating the hospital. A spokesperson for the health department tells CBS 6 when we checked today, VDH takes all complaints regarding hospitals in the Commonwealth and patient safety very seriously. The VDH Office of Licensure and Certification will perform frequent and unannounced inspection visits at the hospital to ensure ongoing compliance with health and safety standards. Now, regarding the indictment of psychotherapist Mickey Hardin, a behavioral health spokesperson says, quote, these are very serious charges. DBHDS is determining next steps regarding his status as a peer recovery specialist. And guys, we want to make sure to point out, these are all allegations. These are charges. No one has been convicted in any of this, but these definitely are being seriously investigated.
A powerful story, too. My goodness.
Laura, you've gotten a huge response to this investigation.
Right. I mean, as far as the allegations of child abuse and neglect, which Virginia State Police has confirmed that they've been looking into now for 2.5 years, we have been inundated with calls, emails, social media posts, and we have been instructed by the Virginia State Police, and they want you to know if you have anything to tell them. We have instructed everyone who has told us that they may be a potential victim or any allegations that they have brought to our attention to email Virginia State Police or get in touch with the Attorney General's office. That is the advice that they're giving us, and we of course are passing that on to them. Definitely, they want to hear from you.
And you've pointed out there are already hundreds and hundreds of pages of documents and files and photographs that are part of this investigation.
Right, 250 to be exact. When we did a FOIA request or a Freedom of Information request with the Virginia State Police, they confirmed for us that they've been looking into this since October 17, 2017, and they declined, which we would expect, this is an open investigation, to release the more than 250 pieces of documentation and information included in that, and we of course will have all of that on our website.
All right, thank you for that, Laura. And as you've heard, Laura's been working on this story for at least 6 months and continues to uncover more. You can read all about the investigation she's been working on right now at WTVR.com.